Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, and in case you were wondering about that cliffhanger, in air quotes, that I left last episode on, in the original version of this room, there's a load of floor masters, but in this game, floor masters just punch you in the face. They can't actually dump you outside the dungeon, so it's a room full of things that might hit you in the face, and that's it. And in this game, it's a load of, it's a like, which are intimidating, okay, and then there's blue bubbles, which can't actually hurt, they hurt you, but they can't curse you, and so they're not intimidating in the slightest. Also, I just got the key that was, I thought maybe you had to play Basket Bomb in order to get the key from this room, but no, I got the key. We don't need to keep doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway, because...
And hi, I'm Joth. I was definitely not here at all for the second episode of the Shadow Temple, but I'm here now.
Yeah. Well, if there's anything good that came of... Okay, never mind. I was going to say, if there's anything good that came of re-recording this temple, it's that you didn't see me failing at Basket Bomb a whole bunch of times, but I just did. Oh, but, well, I mostly didn't. I mostly... Goodly, there's money that I can't hold because I'm already well-to-do, but I want to grab it anyway because I'm the Michelle Obama of rupees. No rupee left behind, goddammit. And now I'm spinning. I am Michelle Obama's arms. And I'm going to try something unique in the next room. Well, not unique, just unexpected. I'm going to be the unexpected item in the bagging area, and no one can stop me.
The unexpected item in the bagging area.
Yes. Evil penis monster, can you not? Just... We have yet to reach the point in the game that's connected to that anecdote, but rest assured it's coming. Okay, could have worded that better. And, apparently, the fire arrows don't work on this room. I suspected as much. Well, I shall spin so that I have fewer fire keys to deal with. And... cast Din's Fire before I get encrusherated by this flimsy-ass piece of wood-ass wall. Ooh, a double.
Does the wall have a wooden ass? As opposed to a stone or plaster body?
Or, an ass made of solid cheese.
Delicious?
Questionably so. Booty so fly that you could twerk and it would disappear at high speed because fly booty. Recycling all of the jokes from my Tumblr videos without any of the finesse. Tessellating Hexagons, stealing other people's jokes since 1870-12.
2070-12.
The best year. And there is, as well, there's a way of putting a tilde over a 7. Why would someone program a computer to be able to do that?
Wait, there is or there isn't?
I don't remember how, but I know...
There is?
There is. There is, I know it can be done, because I've done it before. Just when I'm talking to Super Alex 641, sometimes I'll drop in memes that I know he won't get, one of which being 2070-12.
Yes.
And I found a way of putting a tilde over the 7. I don't remember how, but it can be done. Don't know why that would be a thing.
Probably something in Word. Word is very on top of having every single symbol ever. In its, that little symbol dictionary.
And I do indeed have all the gold Skulltulas, so I could just go and defeat the boss and then do other things that are also pertinent to death.
You are doing every Skulltula? Every gold?
I intend to.
The beauty.
Ha.
Oh.
Ooh, just a little bit.
Ooh, ah.
And now a dramatic reading of the UK's Eurovision song from 1996. And now, we are in the death toilet. So, who could live in a room like this? Well, at the bottom of the death toilet, there's a giant bongo drum because logic. It's an octagon. I feel offended because my hexagons aren't adequately represented except in the Legs dying animation and a bunch of other places. But yes. So, the hemorrhoid boots kind of break this boss a little bit, because if they didn't hover you in the air for a while, then you'd be bouncing constantly and it'd be nigh impossible to aim using the arrows. So, yes, because you use the arrows to fire a bow, not the other way around. Make no mistake there.
Just imagining, I mean, I guess it applies to any monster, or especially any boss, but, like, being in this game, like, the actual scale of this, can you imagine actually being Link, like, actually being that person in front of something of that scale?
And getting punched in the face by it repeatedly, apparently.
Yeah! Link is a tough child after eating everyone's souls.
Well, yes, because they're delicious, nutritious, and full of stem cells.
Yes, yes.
That was the flimsiest noise to react to being punched in the face.
Ah, it hurts so much! Ah.
Oh no.
Darn! Got hit in the face again.
Oh no, whatever will I do? And not to rehash jokes that people won't know we're rehashing, but since this is the Temple of Death, Bongo Bongo, could you give me an example? Because I get you're trying to kill me, but could you perhaps lead by example? Because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just shooting arrows and hoping for the best.
Just give me a demonstration, please.
Would you mind sharing your secrets, your wisdom, your fact that you live down a giant dead toilet on top of a bongo drum? You live 20,000 leagues under the seat. Which I think is also a stolen joke, but I couldn't swear to it. Oh, but there we go. We're getting a practical application of what we were supposed to do here. Apparently, death begins by spazzing out. Actually, no, that's true, because
Sometimes.
death throws. No. But then everything goes dark, and then you melt. That's 110% accurate, can confirm.
Oh, yeah, did I talk yet about, like, how near death doesn't mean, actual death? Because, like, sorry, can you ever actually be, super close to death? Because if you're close to death but you don't actually die, then you were never going to die, so were you actually close to death if death is a definitive thing that you did not do?
Well, perhaps you were close to it, but then you swerved it at the last second. You swerved that part. You swerved those drugs. You swerved death.
Give it the swerve. Or you got close to death, and I mean close to
Walk
death.
past it like a slice of bread, like, nah, not today, death. Anyway, it is time for words and also really well-animated cutscenes where we can see someone sliding up through the floor, and we will be hearing some beautiful voice work just up through the floor.
It's time for someone
Beautiful
to talk.
transparency here.
Someone or other.
The boy with the noble Zelda's ocarina. As I expected, you have come. I am Impa, one of the Sheikah. I am Princess Zelda's caretaker, and I am also the sage who guards the Shadow Temple. We Sheikah have served the royalty of Hyrule from generation to generation as attendants. However, on that day 7 years ago, Ganondorf suddenly attacked, and Hyrule Castle surrendered after a short time. Ganondorf's target was one of the keys to the Sacred Realm, the hidden treasure of the royal family, the Ocarina of Time. My duty bound me to take Zelda out of Ganondorf's reach. When I last saw you, as we made our escape from the castle, you were just a lad. Now I see that you have become a fine hero. There's nothing to worry about. The princess is safe now. Soon you'll meet Princess Zelda face to face, and she will explain everything. That is when we, the 6 wise ones, will seal up the evil king and return peace to Hyrule. I have to stay here. You go to Princess Zelda's side and protect her on my behalf. Now I put my power, which should be helpful to you, into this medallion.
And with that beautiful piece of voice work, They are conferring unto us the Medallion of Shadows. It sure is a medallion.
My soul's in it. That's why I'm commentating here. My soul is in that medallion. They stole it.
It was definitely worth fighting Bongo Bongo for them. And I'm not going to be caught out this time. There's definitely more voice acting to come. You can't fool me, game.
Please look out for the princess.
Such insightful words from our Shadow Sage there. Anyway, as you were.
Yes, very. Sounds beautiful.
Yes. Well, now we have, like, half an episode and nothing to fill it with. But wait, there's more! And it's death-related. And I didn't do this in the original recording because somehow the Shadow Temple took longer, so...
And Audacity is still going, so we're good.
I'm going to go and gamble with a dead guy.
That was an apple. That thudding was an apple. Falling about 1 inch. Onto a desk.
Good, I'm glad. This is encouraging to hear.
I'm glad your apple got hurt.
Yes.
I'm glad there was injury.
Now, we have to redo this race. Well, we don't have to, but it's for a heart piece. But I believe if I play a warp song and then cancel it, I think that stops the timer for a while. So... like, it'll bring up the "you can't warp here" message, and yeah, that pauses the timer. So I could completely cheese this race. Well, not completely cheese, but just... I could cheat it a little bit, and this is still pertinent to death, so you could hang around for it. Normally, I don't let sages linger outside of their temples, because I'm an arse like that, but I'll permit it, because we are racing through a crypt with a dead guy, and we're gambling with him, which is like a deadly sin.
Stop.
Oh.
No, so wait, what are you delivering
again.
exactly? It's a thing?
What?
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 Wait, what's the timer? What's the timer?
Basically, we just have to get to the end before it reaches 1 minute, I think, in order to get... because, spoiler alert, the prize here is a heart piece, and if we get to the end within a minute, then we get a heart piece.
Oh, nice, okay.
Because you don't have to beat him, you just have to beat the clock. And because I keep cheating, I feel like I'm probably going to make it, because it won't take 5 seconds to get up this little hill, he says, as the timer is drawing nearer. 56, 57. I don't think I would have done it if I'd not cheated. So, yeah, cheaters do prosper.
You got it. You got it.
I got the thing. And it's kind of tragic, because he just asked, is the present that I gave you useful? And... no, actually, I ditched it in the water temple and got a better version of it, so, sorry.
Damn, son.
Straight savage. As opposed to a cannibal that is also homosexual, that's gay savage. What?
What?
I tried.
Me.
And now to do the thing that I did do in the end of the last episode, which is also kind of to do with death, because it's to do with spiders. Because spiders equal death, obviously.
Spider do equal death.
But spider don't equal life? I try. Again,
there
I tried.
There you go.
And so we get bomb chews for no reason. I think that's the 40 Skulltula reward. And then the 50 Skulltula reward is this asshole here who is either made of endstone from Minecraft, or he's shirtless, or I don't even know what your problem is, but just look at that face.
Beauty.
You certainly have a face there. Congratulations.
You most certainly do.
And then the main long-legged Mac Daddy Long Legs back spider person has learned some humility, because they don't care that they've not been saved, because I've saved the kids. And we could fight this ass, but I don't want to, because he can't be killed, and also infinite money. That'll make sense later.
Yes.
And I still have like 5 minutes of episode left, so I may as well introduce what I'll be doing in the next episode. So we're still in the Village of Death, so your being here is kind of justified.
I'm the death person.
Yep. The story here is we're getting a pocket chicken that doesn't make allergy people allergic-y.
It doesn't make people who are allergic to chickens allergic?
Yes.
Ah.
It resists honk.
And there's someone who really needs a chicken. Why? Cuckoo? I mean, I would think, like, if you wanted a chicken, you either want meat or eggs, and both of those things should be not as much if you have a smaller chicken.
This is true. And that reminds me of, I think it was a really pretentious post, and it was either Twitter or Tumblr, but they were saying how, wow, chickens are one of the only animals that humans eat before they're born and after they're dead, and I'm just like, now hang on a second.
Well, I mean, both.
Like eggs that we eat are kind of not very soupity-doopity alive. They're basically chicken periods, aren't they?
Well, they're either chicken period. Well, if they're unfertilized, then they are, yes. If they are fertilized, then they're like. I mean, it could have like chicken sperm in it, but it's not like it's anything. It's not actually a chicken, so.
Somehow I don't feel like they'd sell fertilized eggs at supermarkets. Just throwing that out there.
Maybe. I mean, I know that there's... if something is sold as a blank egg, that means it's unfertilized, or if it's... Or at least if someone tells you, like, this is a blank egg, like... Some people who are vegetarians decide to only eat blank eggs, and I'm like... I mean, it's just... It's an egg. It's an egg either way. Whether it has a little, like, different kind of cell in it or not.
Is it even legal to sell fertilized eggs? Well, chicken eggs, that is.
Yeah, sure. I mean, there's not even, like, any way to prove it.
Well, that's true, I suppose.
Unless you incubate it unless it's incubated for a while, there's not even going to be, like, any way to prove it unless you, I don't know, went to a lab and, like... I mean, I'm sure that they probably don't sell fertilized eggs just because it's not really efficient to have a rooster in the place where the chickens are, because that would be stupid. But, unless you are intentionally trying to breed more chickens, in which case, yeah, sure, I guess.
Anyway, this discussion has gone on long enough. Well, I mean, it hasn't. We're going to keep going, but that's the end of this episode, so... I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons, and I'm going to leave the Village of Death, so any last words before I leave you behind?
Joth hunting is gone. I'm dead now.
See ya.